Amazing intro.
You read my fucking mind, bro. We have the best intro, bro. The best intro song. Yeah. Shout out to the dude, the copyright free beat on YouTube, bro. Hype as shit, bro. Yeah. Hype as shit. What up, Big Rich? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the Bengals After Dark videocast. Bengals afternoon videocast today. Hey, man, we're having to try to fit it in, all right? We all got busy lives. Perfect time. I'm sure you guys are absolutely not enjoying any time with the family at all. And I'm sure you're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing on a holiday at 6 o'clock. But whoever is on, you're goated. So thank you for that. Drake, how you doing, bro?
FTF. Fuck the fam. I'm kidding.
Fuck the family. Wait, what is it? Is it F4L or 4L, like for life?
It's FTF. Isn't that what Jamar? FTF, for the family.
Oh, for
the family.
Fuck the family. Fuck your family. We're here with the boys. We're family.
Yeah.
All right? The guy, you guys, girls, we're all here together. All right? We're here together to have an efficient episode today because I got a confession to make. I forgot my laptop charger. And my laptop is on low battery. Irresponsibility. I should probably be fired from my position. Yeah.
Well, Joseph.
Yep.
Joseph Biden moment.
Yep. I know it's unacceptable. My phone's at 21% too. But we are going to be at 100% in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's such an exciting time, bro. We recorded on Tuesday night. Lots of shit has happened since then, bro. So let's go ahead and get right into the meat and potatoes with some of the big shit that went on since then.
Dalton Risner to Cincinnati, baby. I mean, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. We talked about it. It was a little interesting. You hold only, was it 8 offensive linemen in the initial 53? So we knew that there was something happening there. They, weren't in the first rounds of waiver wire and stuff like that. Didn't like anybody. Didn't get Cole Strange. We got fucking Dalton Risner. I'd prefer Dalton Risner over Colton Strange.
No doubt, bro. Someone established, someone proven.
Yeah. He wants to play here too.
Yeah, bro. Just what a great signing. I heard someone say that he is Lucas Patrick.
What?
Yeah. That is weird.
Wow.
And not true. I mean, I'm not here to say that he's closer to the Ted Karras of centers than Lucas Patrick of guards.
Yeah. So
it's deserved for a lot of the excitement that fans are feeling about acquiring Risner. And I think he is talented enough to be a day one starter. Will he start day one? Probably not. Like, that's a tough scenario, but I liked how quick the Bengals were with knowing, hey, 24 hours has passed since the deadline of breaking down the roster.
Yeah.
They got him. Because even though you maximize the time on how much time you can have before day one, it's still probably not enough. You just got to deal with the shit, which is Myles Garrett, Mason Graham, that whole D-line. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw Lucas Patrick out there, a rusty Dalton Risner, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. Myles Garrett is going to be getting his, and he's going to be exploiting that guy.
Yep.
So that's happening no matter what. Dalton Risner, is a big vision, 24 or 25 type of player, for the remainder of the season, bro. But yeah, like, huge move, bro.
Yeah.
It was right there in front of your face, established veteran that you don't have to question.
Mm-hmm.
Where this unit has been fucking plagued with question marks and exclamation points in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You finally add a period of, we know who this guy is, period.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent, and that's what you needed.
Exactly what they needed. So definitely like that signing. Makes you feel a little more comfortable, especially I think in a sense of, we don't know if he's going to start week 1. Correct. But at the same time, you have comfortability in the sense of, if it does blow up, if say Lucas Patrick, whoever is there, it looks terrible, you can put him in there and I think he'll get the job done. Everything will be fine. You can finish that week 1 comfortably. Plus, made a tweet about it. If Quentin Spain can come in and start within 2 days, play within 2 days.
That was crazy, bro.
Same thing with Dalton.
That is crazy. Yeah. But I mean, he also had, I think he was cut by the Bills. So he had reps.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Work. Like Dalton has had no work. So you're talking from rust up. You know, look, man, either way, you're gonna have to deal with the chaos that's Myles Garrett. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why my outlook is full season for him. So I'm excited. Yeah, and just credit to the FO for knowing what was in front of him and what had to be done. You know, so that's not the only signing, bro. We got another proven, established guy in Mike Pennell, which was super left field, who was not expected to be cut from the Chiefs. Veteran. The most underrated, impressionable thing on my end was 34 years old.
I know.
A 34-year-old that the Bengals have got at the end of August to say, hey, let's get another guy that we know is going to provide a period to exclamation point.
Yeah.
Enough fucking question marks, bro. Enough. It's August. You know what I'm saying? So credit to them. Like, we'll even go down the road. The last month, period to exclamation point for their last 3 external signings and acquisition of Noah Fant, Dalton Reisner, and Mike Pennell. Credit to him for it, bro.
Yeah, and Mike Pennell is not like when the Bengals signed Lawrence Guy.
No,
off the street like that. It's night and day, and I'm definitely excited about this one. I don't care about the age, whatever.
You
know, remember when we signed Mike Daniels and it just brought that leadership in the locker room? I feel like that's what Pennell kind of brings.
Exactly. Like the best feeling is when you grab these guys and you have a thought of not like that, oh my gosh, he's so amazing, he absolutely shouldn't have been there, but more so, damn, why was he available?
Yeah.
Everybody wants that type of guy. Like, what's the talk right now with Jabril Peppers and Justin Simmons? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they there? Oftentimes, there's a reason for that question, you know, to you as fans. Like, good reason he shouldn't be there. Go get him. You know, he's an established guy. Or obviously, there's some element of maybe why he's available. Overarchingly, good move. You continue to solidify the depth of that defensive unit. That run stop is about to be nasty, bro. You acquire a TJ Slayton who ranked first in run stop win rate last year. Remember? First in the league. And we got him. BJ Hill ranked in the top, I don't want to say it for certain, but like top 25% for sure. I know that for sure, top 25%. Bro, Mike Pennell ranked 16th of 147 qualifying D linemen last year. Out of what? 170 snaps. And I know that's not a ton, but you're a depth nose tackle.
Yeah.
That's like the least played position on defense, you know? So in your reps, what are you making of them? This isn't a Lawrence guy getting swarmed, pushed down. This isn't textbook of bum-ass Zach Carter and Lawrence Guy in week 3 of the regular season on, hey, O-lineman, here is tape on how to be a great O-lineman. And they just show reps against Zach Carter or Lawrence Guy. That's not this type of signing. So I'm impressed, bro. You're talking from top down. We talked about this pre-pod. This is going to sound egregious real quick. Outside of Trey, this run defense is crazy. Trey is not a run stopper. We know it. You know, so outside of Trey, who we talked so highly of, I like the run defense, bro. Exactly what you needed for this division.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to know where to be, right? You got to know how to contain guys and fill those gaps, because man, this defense was so sexy when you saw the run. Like when we defended the run, dude,
sexy.
We defended the run to how we used to, man. I'm not saying it's gonna get back to that level, but like, God, dude, it made our defense just. We didn't have to be that team that was pass rush, you know,
dependent,
but you still got it done because you were so elite in the run stopping game. So I'm definitely excited for that. Definitely, especially for the AFC North, when you got running backs on running backs, you don't want to give up 150 yards every week on the ground, because that really, the running game is what can start and finish games a lot of times.
You want to know, like, who knows what the exact ideal, but like if you could ask a decision maker really across anything, but obviously just keeping it with the team, if you could like write a ratio of floor raisers versus ceiling raisers, we talked about that, right? We talked about there's an opportunity cost to going in on just focusing on raising the floor or just floor raising type of players versus ceiling raisers.
Yeah.
I love that the last 3 significant signings, what we just talked about, Noah, Reisner, Pinnell, they're all ceiling or floor raisers with potential to be a ceiling raiser, but like legitimately, clearly floor raiser.
Yep.
Position that had question mark, you solidify it. That's how you solidify a role. You need to be a solid unit everywhere to where that floor is higher. They talked about it, the coaching staff, just the ebbs and flows that they experienced with the lack of certainty, the question mark, and how they were added. Another question mark. How is CTB? You know what I'm saying? Like CTB and all these guys just continue. Like, holy fuck, bro. We have to find a way to solidify a floor to where when you fall to that floor and your hopeful darkest moments that aren't so dark like as last year, you can recover better. You can bank on that guy that's been there, done that.
Yep.
So that's why I give him a ton of credit for of making sure that this shit is not going to happen again. We are not going to Lawrence Guy and Zach Carter ourselves in week 3 again on primetime again and have a historic performance. Remember that was a historic game from Joe Burrow? I bet everybody forgets that. Man. Historic game from Joe Burrow. Like, it wasn't historic like the stats were so crazy. It was just his completion percent. It was a great game.
Yeah.
I think his fucking adjusted completion percentage was almost 90, but fucking Jaden Daniels was like 97%, 100% completion. Man. So that shit can never happen again, ever. So I love that they continued. This is a leave no stone unturned move.
Yeah.
Dalton Risner was a leave no stone unturned move. Noah Fant was just a fucking flex in the watch type move. Our offense skilled players, fuck you type shit. Yeah. So I guess I'll throw a little curveball at you. Would you give the front office credit for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. No, I'm kidding. I know you're not out to just slay her. I get it.
No,
look at that, guys. Drake coming around, man. That's crazy, man. No, I'm kidding.
No, I definitely gave them credit for these signings. Just you're making your team better. These are guys that can help you win football games at the end of the day. Is those type of guys that, Dalton, who played for Minnesota and other teams over the past few years and has added to, contribution to winning. Same thing for Noah Fant. So Noah Fant.
Shout out Noah Fant, man. Noah Fant, Mike is sucky. We got to have some other ones, bro. Hey, we're going to come up with that shit, bro.
He did suck. And it's all about how you use the guy, right? Like, we knew, like, Gesicki could definitely be a guy here, but hey, man, shit. Can't do it in New England with Bailey Zapp.
And just like with Noah Fant, like,
yeah.
I mean, Geno Smith was obviously a much better quarterback than what, the Patriots had to deal with, but scheme matters so much. Noah Fant capitalized on what was presented to him. They've had multiple other tight ends there for years. You know what I'm saying? And clearly receivers, So some people would say, oh, but look at his production. And then look at his production with the Broncos. Bro, they had the worst quarterbacking in the league.
Yep.
No one produced in Denver, So, and I'm not saying that he's going to produce hella here, but he's going to be flourishing here in his role that we give him, So, disappointingly, my laptop is at 5%. I'm annoyed with how sideways this has gone, but we're going to make the most of this shit. So let's go ahead, try to turn real quick to captains. Then we got to get to kind of outlook on big shit when we with what we have left. Captains: Joe Burrow, Jamar, Orlando, Ted, Logan, BJ Hill, Trey Hendrickson. The big ones there for me is Jamar and Trey. First time for him. I think, was Orlando a captain last year? He was? Okay.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Logan's been a captain. Yep. BJ Hill's been a captain. So credit to Trey and Jamar, man. Some big feats for him.
Yeah. And as we talked pre-pod, I think a surpriser was, a guy like T. Higgins, who I think he's more than willing to step into that role. Just a guy that's humble, goes about his business the right way, just very likable. I think T should definitely be a team captain. I just don't know how you fit all those guys, because there's so many guys that really help the positive outlook of this team. Guys that are geared towards getting this team in the right direction again. So I have no problem with the team captains so that were selected by Zach Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it requires no more thought of, that's the foundation of your team.
Right.
And no situation's ever perfect. I mean, but you've got multiple guys there that you feel great about their futures here. I don't even want to indulge on it, but, there are a few guys that are on the last year of their deals. Ted's going to be a guy to think about.
Yep.
I think low key, he could be an extension guy. If he has a good September, I think go ahead, tack another year or two, maybe even 2 years, and then have a nice little out after year one in case. Orlando, if he pops off again and he looks healthy, he looks good, he's fully recovered, which is weird on how unshakable he was health-wise. He was just so healthy early in his career. Then he came here, he's kind of had some duds, but a guy to get ahead of. And one of those secondary players ball out too. Maybe throw him a little bit of something, just because of how expensive secondary guys can get and what you can't really afford. You know what I'm saying? If Dax or CTB ends up CTB's got a lot more question because consistency is what's derailed him. Dax could be a guy that maybe because you saw consistency last year. It's just injured. Yep. If he looks healthy, strong, agile, as athletic as before off that ACL, maybe he can save a little bit of money.
And I don't think we've talked about it really maybe at all. If you look at that depth chart online, he's listed as the starting slot corner, which I think that's the best spot. Like, I don't want to compare him to this guy, because this guy deserves his flowers and has done a lot there in Kansas City, Trent McDuffie. But you talk about a guy like Dax Hill who can really get involved, nasty type of player. Like, that's Dax Hill. Yep. And Dax in the slot, there's no question that, in my opinion, he could get to that level of being a slot corner.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's probably a huge reason. I think it feels that it wasn't a scenario to where they thought Dax was best in the slot because he couldn't be trusted outside. I think, unfortunately, it's probably the lack of trust between CTB and Drago and the other guys, but clearly confidence in Dax. I don't want to say it's a little bit of a default situation, but you feel confident. You know what I mean? In Dax's ability, because like you said, he is a fiend for contact. He's got great instincts like that. Really, really great in the line of scrimmage. You want a guy like that. So I feel good about it. It's just continuing to shake that jar. I can't say I'm like, we know.
Right.
Because you're shaking it up again, but I still feel confident in his ability. So that kind of turns to the macro that we got to hit to before my fucking laptop dies. Overall outlook, bro. 25 Bengals. The stage is set. Hence that the title here, man. What do you think are the key indicators, top three, that could really flip this season to a much higher level of success than last year, or kind of a dud, on how you can find your way slipping again? What's some of those key factors?
I think in years past, you have to be able to close out games of 3 points or less, even one possession or less. That's going to be important. And you could talk about that in a sense of special teams, your defense, even your offense at some point. It's like, it's a team game. These guys have to finish this game collectively. It's not all on Zach Taylor, as much as I've given him. It's not all on Evan McPherson. It's not all on the defense. for people that tried to put, games on Joe Burrow last year, I know it's not even that either. So look at that side, close games, 7 points or less. I would also go to say you have to win your divisional games. Talk about it every year. Win your division. Even if you fucking finish above 500 in the division, that would be beautiful. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's four wins right there that you possibly rattle off.
No doubt,
if you stay above 500. So those are definitely a couple of my key things. And then obviously just the defense staying competitive and staying afloat, because if the defense can just stay in games, you know what I'm saying? It's not touchdown for touchdown drive every time you're trying to keep up. Like, dude, this team can win a minimum of 12 games. Like, we're talking minimum.
Nah, for sure, bro. And like I said, I kind of hate to cut you off early, but time is of the essence right now. Yeah, to break that down a little bit, though, right? Like, what does that look like for fans to kind of prepare? We talked about it. The trenches, why are the trenches so effective? Because it helps give clarity to those behind them. Defensive line, linebackers, corners, we talked about that, are more decisive. It's what we talked about last year, how it was hard for me to put so much onus on the back seven when they have such a lack of trust of what's in front of them. Mm-hmm. You can only deal with what's in front of you, right? And when you're seeing instability from your own unit in front of you, you can't be uber confident in your ability to just execute your job. You're not executing just your job anymore. You're overcompensating for somebody else's. Thus, try to kill two birds, you get none.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened a ton last year. This D line. That's why I love the acquisition, just the exclamation point with the Mike Pennell of solidifying what this division is, winning division games, is stopping the run first. Far away.
Exactly.
So credit to them with getting, bro, top to fucking bottom on this D line.
Yep.
Solid run stop. There's not a single guy, like I said, as ironic as it sounds, the very top is the biggest question I have, because he's going to be on the field the most in Trey to be able to stop the run.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good about the run stop. That's how you can continue to stay competitive and keep that high floor competition against your division, giving more confidence in that back seven to do their job. You want a decisive Logan Wilson. People are talking about a guy that looked a little lost or slower. It's easy to look slower when you're unsure of the guys around you.
Yep.
And Logan. So TBD. God forbid, maybe he has lost a step. He's almost 30 years old, coming off some lower leg injuries. I'm not here to say that he has lost a step, though, like some fans just like fucking solidify. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Put fucking Oren Burks and Barrett Carter. Like, fucking chill. The Cowboys going to be fine when you continue to see that solidification up front.
Yeah.
So, Shamar, Miles, stay disciplined in your run gaps.
Yep.
Stay disciplined with your eyes. Don't get like Miles just, gosh, can he not get just padded up and just thrown out of a play? Miles gets textbooked. I don't want to say a lot because he gets pressure. Miles is so strong. He's so fast. So he always gets that range on the quarterback, in that he gets that movement on the tackle, but the tackle's moving him, if you know what I'm saying. Because Miles just gets padded up so fast, chinned up so quick. Can we not have that consistently? Can we see these guys hold their own? Can Trey hold his own? But what I like is the solidification of that interior and run stop. Chris Jenkins, I love a year two Chris Jenkins in both facets, but especially with the run defense. Helping out a young DKJ, Demetrius Knight. All of a sudden, that front six, that front seven is confident. You're going to have a confident back 4 and 5.
Yep.
You're going to have a more confident, decisive Jordan battle, because all of a sudden, those corners are going to feel a bit more confident. That's where it starts. So that's why the trenches matter so much.
Yep.
Gap discipline, staying focused on your role, staying in your lane, force these runners inside. The amount of times that we talked about it, just the sideline fucking decimation, sideline to sideline decimation we've seen this fucking defense take. Yeah. We can't afford that. All right. Nope. Yes, we got more speed. We got speed. So I feel confident with that. So I kind of got nitty gritty there. That's what I think could help swing those moments, of that. And then all of a sudden they gain more confidence to where you have these 2-3 season flipping moments. One of them was the 4th and 16. There's such nitty gritty. You can't point it down to a specific thing, but what's the likelihood that Anthony is making a better play because a tribulation of a few plays that lead ahead of time, they see the field better. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Like Trey obviously took over on that drive. Took over. He's the one that saved us to the 3rd and 16.
Right.
It's not like everybody was just so dominant. But what if another two guys make that extra play to where all of a sudden he can slow down a little bit in his mind? That's how nitty gritty it could be. It could get to where you are 10 and 7. You do sneak in. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the moments. So it starts with just the guys kind of, as you went macro, discipline, focus in the moment. These guys are capable. That's what I'm happy about. Like, I don't think there's a guy out there that you look at that's, oh my gosh, this guy's completely inept.
Right.
UDFA. What are we going to do? You don't have that. We've talked about this, bro. The secondary, where I'm giving credit to these decision makers. 3 first-round picks invested on your defense in the last 4 years. Multiple second-round picks. 3rd-round pick. Guys acquired in free agency. It's just got to come together, and it comes together with guys being decisive, man.
Yeah, 100%. I like your explanation, getting nitty-gritty and stuff like that, because it really is that 1 to 2 plays or whatever that can really dictate a game. You don't think about it in the moment when the game's happening, but when you're, how it unfolded last year for the defense and in all of the games across the entire season, that's really what it came down to. Whether it's Dejon Anthony on that, like you said, 4th and 16, whether it's McPherson missing a field goal,
that Ryan Rico botch, that's truly serendipitous. Though I'm not here to crucify him for that. Second game, there's not a ton that you could say, all right, well, here's how you can assure this never happens again. Shit happens. Obviously, reps, experience, but a guy that now is okay. I could even go a little nitty gritty with that. Actually, you gave no competition this year. I think at this young of an age in his career on where he was ascending, I think it's good. Now, if he started to atrophy, like we almost saw like this, almost a little bit too, maybe this is perspective, but like almost a little bit too lackadaisical from Evan at times, which I'm okay. I'm still okay with not giving him competition because he's keeping the job. But like, there's ways you could go about that. In general, I really like where Ryan Rico is at. Uber confident. You are the guy. We're going to get all the reps with you. Oh, you feel he could, maybe he agreed deep down that, you know what? Wagner's got a bit more juice here.
Will Wagner.
All of a sudden. So that little shit, and who knows that he's a new guy too. Shit could go sideways, but the amount of shit that went sideways last year, bro, the law of averages, I heard a crazy stat that the Bengals averaged 1 point less per game than the Chiefs, or like we scored 1 point more per game, whatever. And just the flip of what that could be. And then another guy added another stat. I forget the name. They like set a record for how successful they were. We set a record for how unsuccessful we were in the same season. The law of averages that median is around that 11.
Yep.
That was a 11-win team last year, the Bengals.
I forget what stat it was, but it was something if you changed like the one possession or something like that and how games could have flipped for teams winning and whatnot, the Bengals would have been like the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I know that changes. It varies based on
because like why that's disingenuous in my opinion is because we were infamous. We set all time errors that led to there were some reasons why we got there. But I'm not saying that we deserved that bad of one, but we kind of, you know what I'm saying?
But it just makes you think like, damn, flip of a switch. Yeah. That's the difference between not making the playoffs and possibly being top 3 to 2-1 seed in the AFC.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
For sure, bro.
It's crazy.
Nah, for sure. And like I said, to try to keep it efficient here, We're going to go ahead and move to the offensive side real quick. Low key, bro. I said I'm pretty sure that this saves. I fucking hope this saves for everybody watching live. I appreciate you. I guess that's all that matters because I mean, we got almost 200 people watching live. That's pretty fire. Appreciate you guys on a holiday at 6:30 p.m. tuning in.
30 minutes too.
Yeah, not for sure. So quickly moving over to the offensive side, what does a get nitty gritty again with the offense?
Yeah,
this one could get fun. So we'll kind of do the same sequence. Macro for you. What's that next step of the offense look like?
Continuing to keep the balance within the run game and the passing game. Whether you feed Chase Brown this week and then you pull back next week, I don't care what you do, don't go astray from the run game because they kept it. Now I know that Chase got a little overworked last year.
But what's crazy is we when we had to have it, we bucked that trend of like establishing the run. Like the last 5 weeks, we truly bucked the unbuckable trend of fuck the run.
Oh, yeah.
And not that we didn't do it. We did it. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I get what you're saying, not just to challenge your point though, but like in a way, I guess I'll just challenge your perspective on it. What does that balance look like though? Like what does a balance, because we're not balanced.
Yeah.
We're not that because you know why? Yeah. We're the fucking Bengals and we got the best receivers on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
We have one of the best quarterbacks ever, one of the best receivers ever, one of the best receiver twos ever. We have one of the best fucking perennial running back units in the league, which isn't talked about enough. Chase Brown's ascending. You have great tackles, all-time weapons. Like because of that, what does that balance look like?
Just getting Chase involved in both running and passing game like we did last year. Similar to an Austin Eckler, Alvin Kamara, stuff like that. Continue that. Don't go away from that. Don't just because we're in a new season, Chase Brown doesn't have to get targeted as much in the pass game. And I know it's not going to change for Joe because Joe has trust in Chase Brown. But it's like continue to just get that guy involved, even with the weapons that you have on this offensive side of the ball, because you don't want to become one-dimensional. We've seen that at times with these receivers. How are the Cincinnati Bengals one-dimensional with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? I think in terms of like balance and stuff like that, just continue to
Hey,
iPhone 4.
Hey man, oh my gosh, iPod Nano ass.
It's the backup.
Oh my god, bro. Hey, you know what? This is cool, bro. Yeah, bro. We were recording back in like 2006. Like, look at our camera. Hey, everybody, give us a comment below if we're still rolling right now. Time says we're rolling. It shows we're live. I just want to make sure shit could get weird. Can you hear us? Is everything sounding smooth? I know we don't look smooth. The camera's the other way. That's funny. Here, I'm gonna flip this shit real quick. Can we?
We're in there.
Oh, for real?
Yep, we're in there.
Hey, let's go, man. We're still running. You know what? I don't even care. We're gonna keep it just like this, man. We're flipping it for you guys. Flipping the script. All right, defense was the other way. Offense is this way. So let's go ahead and keep this bitch rolling. The nitty gritty is, I liked what you mentioned with establishing the run. I think what they're going to look to do, you're going to establish Chase Brown by those dump offs.
Yeah.
I think consistently you can find ways to implement that. And how can it be more effective? Well, first of all, you got to get these guys in position to win one-on-one. How do you do that? By getting a fucking 4-3 flat runner out in space. So here's what's amazing. Finally, we have athletic guards. Finally! It's a blessing, bro. So all of a sudden, these pools, flat-footed Cordell Volson and Alex Capitan to be running. You know, so it's going to be that much more effective to get a Dylan Fairchild out in space, to get a Dalton Reisner out in space.
More home run hitting plays. Huh?
What the fuck is going on? James Barrett. Hey, James, can you hear us? Is the audio all right? Anybody else? What's going on? Just want to make sure. Seems like for some people, it should probably be just fine. I don't know if the what the fuck is going on is some hype like, yo, what's up? Or like, yo, like this is trash. Like, what's going on?
What's up with the camera? Shit looks like 2000.
Audio is good? Hell yeah, let's get it. Yeah, hey, we had to flip on the spot, man. We got Drake's iPod Nano up in this bitch, 2006, MySpace recording. About to drop this on MySpace. Shout out MySpace, bro. You know, I actually tried to sign up for MySpace like 2 years ago. It's like a fucking magazine. Like I tweeted on, I was like, yo, is anybody here?
Really?
Yeah, bro, you can post on it. Yeah, it's lame as fuck. But anyways, I
like that. I like the guards.
Right?
The guards, because I think that could cost some more home run plays.
Absolutely.
70-yard run by Chase Brown.
And just truly cause that early threat of this run game. Because the league knows anything behind the line of scrimmage, unless you're out at the X or Y, that's a run. A pitch is a run. A screen to a running back is a run. Like I said, unless if you're out there near the fucking hashes. Anything inside the hash is a run to the defense to crash the line of scrimmage. The Bengals should be okay with that. And they are okay with that. They're more than okay with that. It's just they couldn't do it last year, not because they didn't fucking want to. In fact, they still could do it. It's just you saw, gosh, these guys are ass, bro. They are incompetent. You don't have that level of incompetency now. You know, so
what is it?
James Tripp, bro. Yes, we are a Bengals network. We are a Bengals videocast, yes.
Are you guys like the Bengals? What is that? Like a cat? What did he say?
I think he did. Yeah.
What is that? Like a cat?
Cat, we raising hell, man. We raising hell.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah, like
Cardiac.
I love the approach of you. There's multiple ways that you can implement that. And I also think, look, man, like I think towards the latter part of the season, they started to see more success of running in between the gaps, running between the tackles. Now that you have more athletic guys, it just helps with everything. Guys' ability to get upfield, get up to the second level, pass off a guy, the speed and athleticism and strength to get up to that level, give those guys space to work. Because there's nothing more you could ask for from a guy that can handle contact like a Chase Brown and break you with speed, you know. So,
and just with his speed, he was able to overcome some of the bad blocking and run blocking and stuff like that because his vision and his speed and ability to get out in front, elusiveness, it set him apart from a Joe Mixon. I love Joe. You know, I love Joe and his entire tenure here, but it's definitely a little different.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So, yeah, you know, I think that's going to be a huge part. Wide zone is going to become more effective now. Just whole run game is going to be able to be much more effective. You know, get these guys out here. I think a guy that we're looking forward to taking a step to is Marius.
And doesn't that in turn help your pass blocking? Because you're not, you know, obviously we know it. Bengals are going to pass. But if you can, like you said, using a wide zone run scheme and stuff like that, if you're not having to rely solely on the pass every single play, like, dude, that's going to balance out. Dudes are going to be able to feel a little more confident in their abilities when it comes to pass blocking. shit's not going to be free up the middle all the time. As we talked about with the new guards and stuff, you mentioned earlier with the Ted Karras, I think if you get your guard play up to speed this year and it looks a lot better, that does open up the possibility of bringing a guy like that back as long as he's still willing to play and stuff like that, because it's going to help him even more.
Yeah. I mean, so. No doubt, bro. I think we talked about it. I think, and I'm sure across really any position, but especially with defense, the last thing you want as an offense is a decisiveness defense that knows what they're about to do. Mm-hmm. When you're one-dimensional, that's what they are. They are decisive. They made the decision because they recognize what you're doing is something that's been uber predictable. So absolutely it helps. It puts you on your toes instead of you on your heels. So having that in their back pocket, that's why I've gone as far to say, which on the surface, especially as a Bengals fan, is egregious. NFL fans would scoff at this, but we know at its core of what the Bengals have had to deal with, the strain that's on Joe because of how predictable we've been for his whole career is a lot. But like I said, the average fan does not know. They just see, oh, Jamar Chase, shut the fuck up. T. Higgins, fuck you guys. Like, not everybody's got that. Oh, how many weapons does Joe Burrow need? It's not just the weapons. It's the fucking stability up front to help him is what he needs. And what that truly means. That doesn't mean what a lot of fans don't even get is to get him help so he can drop back more. To just be more one-dimensional? No, to help in the run game, to alleviate him, bro. That's why I've gone as far to say Lamar Jackson has had a fucking silver platter. But I got to give credit to him that he is this silver platter, but also what's been given on his plate. He's a silver platter, what's been given on his plate. Derrick Henry. I said, as much as I hate the Ravens, you got to credit to him. Effective offensive linemen that are athletic, that can work multi-dimensional, they can pass block because they build off of being effective run blockers. So his whole career has been a multi-dimensional offense. Leisure in the backfield, people that are fucking trembling, pissed down their legs to rush him as a pass rusher. Yep. And I said, that's what makes him great. I'm not here to say that Joe would be the exact same scenario if he just had a run game. But gosh, bro, to be able to live in a multi-dimensional offense to where you're effective with both. Bro, the Ravens receivers 2 years in a row have averaged the highest separation per route run.
It's not because they're good.
It's not because they're good.
Exactly.
Yes,
literally, you read my mind. I was about to say the same thing.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry. I knew what you were going to say. Yeah. We know that. It's like Rashad Bateman. What? Bro, that guy's a receiver 5 on our team. Exactly. We may have more hype for Mitch Tinsley than Rashad. I'm kidding. That's a little bit slander. But Rashad Bateman is maybe the receiver 3 on this team. Maybe. But that's what they live as Ravens.
Imagine if Jamar Chase and T. Higgins saw as many open looks.
Oh my God. With Lamar, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to. But, that's just that. Like I said, credit. That's what the gift of Lamar is. Lamar's not time. We got to accept it. And it's funny because Ravens fans won't acknowledge that.
Let's not forget that big-ass touchdown run by Joe last year.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. No, hell yeah.
That was crazy.
No, that was crazy, bro. For real. That was all-time shit. But, yeah, I mean, literally all time. Longest fucking, Who'd up that motherfucker? Longest quarterback run for a touchdown, I think, in their history. But that is what the nitty-gritty can look like for this offense. And here's the best part. Well, also, Bengals had the highest percentage of drops last year. Percentage. Not just sheer volume, because one would say, oh, well, they dropped back 600 times, So, of course, highest percentage per play of drops. If I'm not mistaken, it was between 14 and 17%. That's high, bro. We talked about it. The volatility of T. That's been something I've talked about for years. I think last year he was the most consistent with his hands. But he's always had a drop problem because he makes himself susceptible to it with how big body he wants to play, with how open he leaves his hands Everybody loves when he gets that big body over that fucking DB and he just gets decked to the ground and it's here. It's all T, but like he makes himself. You make yourself susceptible to that, and there's two sides of that. You see the gift of T, how he can feel so confident getting that ball up there, and you also see a receiver 3 like Andre Yosevich that barely ever goes up and plucks the ball. We talked about it with him. I talked about it with him. I think that was a part of his game. He's got better with it. I saw some of those awesome plays at camp where he went up and got it. You need to see that from a 6'4" receiver. That's that fast and athletic. But in general, you saw both sides and made yourself susceptible to that percentage of drops and just opportunities missed. Outside of that, though, you're going to see some. Like, why you see some of that as well is because how predictable was it you're going to pass. Those DBs are going all in, you know what I'm saying, to double cover those guys, covering those guys. And you're going to get a PBU here. So
let me ask you a question. When talking about, we could talk about Jamar, T, Joe all day long, right? And I'm not going to make it as if these guys are what's going to make or break T against Jamar Chase. But what does the involvement of seeing a Noah Fant and Mike Gesicki and double time looks to you? How does that make it that much easier when you're wide receivers?
That threat at the line of scrimmage that keeps gashing you underneath when you're so focused over the top. You want to go all out to hover and over top? Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead. We'll take that free money.
Yep.
Let me get my fucking 4-3 running back space.
Yep.
Give it to me. Because, like, at the end of the day, yards is yards. You're going all out on that 3rd and 8 to fucking bracket Jamar and T. Give me that one-on-one with the linebacker. Give me that one-on-one with the backup linebacker at XYZ divisional opponent against Chase Brown on a dig. We're going to take that 13, 14, 15, 16 yards, you know, and
move the chains.
Move the chains. You're going to have to live with that. Like, look, choose your sacrifice. Like, your sacrifice is something. It's different for everybody, but it's especially different when you face the Bengals. Teams are going to continue to give everything they have to 1-5. It's just what it is. They are willing to break their necks from 80, 81, 82, 15, 30, 88, 87. Like, they will give that up. But that, Joe, no problem. No problem, bro. But guess what? On that 2nd and 4, when you think it may be a run because we got 6 yards finally on a 1st down run, where the fuck is that? A 1st down run between the tackles. That is just how that's going to build. So I think that it all starts in the trenches, bro. It sounds cliche, but it's cliche for a reason because it's foundation. What gives you the highest floor of success? Not just technicalities. We've learned the hard way. We've got the hard-nosed, lunch pail, underrated, D2, D3, master technician guys that are fucking flat-footed. Now we're banking on a high floor with athleticism. How much easier is it to deal with the question marks of Amarius Mims versus the question marks of Alex Cappa? Okay, now that may be a bit disingenuous. I'm not talking about their age. I'm talking about room for error. You can't afford room for error. What does an indecisiveness Sam Hubbard or indecisiveness Shamar Stewart look like? I get it at the end of the day, indecisiveness is indecisiveness. Like a tackle's going to be able to get you by. Fuck, bro. You're going to rather take a Shamar Stewart being indecisive than a Sam Hubbard.
One's going to be stuck in the mud, the other one's not.
One won't be able to move at all. One will at least be able to get, like I said, that's what continues to give me hope for Miles. Is he's the perfect example, actually. I would rather have a double padded, stuck up Miles Murphy that can't seem to get off the block, but just the sheer power, strength, speed, bull rushes that tackle back, still gets that quarterback a little flustered, versus a concreted fucking Sam Hubbard. That is what a floor raiser is. That's nitty gritty for you guys. That is where you've got to give credit to these decision makers. I said, you know what? It took them long enough. We know that. It fucking took them long enough. We know it. We know it's agonizing. How long? Fuck, we're here now. Not saying it's gonna be perfect, but we're here now, and you got to be excited for that.
Mike Pennell had more sacks than Sam Darnold last year. 33 years old.
Nose tackle, 330 pounds. I mean, like, than Miles Murphy. Almost more than Shamar Stewart had his whole college career. Like, this is a Mike Pennell fucking video cast right here. No, I'm kidding. That sounds bad. But like, look, so much to be excited about, man. And just what a great signing today. What a great signing to continue to solidify this D-line unit, to give more confidence for this back end that, hey, you can do your job. Cam Taylor-Britt, you can do your job, which has got to be a little different than what you fell into last year. He was clearly in a mental pit. Individual. A guy that could not get his footing, which was like hair pulling, because like nearly the whole package is there physically, bro. The physicality, the tenacity, the attitude, the speed, the agility, the fluidity, the strength, the will, like it's there. It's there, bro. Helping that guy get mentally right. The best way to do that is I know you're surrounded by a culture of guys that can do their job. So I'm excited for it, man. I think a guy like Mike Pennell will be available week 1. He will, because just like we talked about with Point Spain, a guy that's been in the ramp up all year. He's ready. Yeah. He was at practice today. That's the telltale sign he's ready. If he wasn't ready, they wouldn't have put him out there today. You know what I'm saying? He'd be holding a little playbook and wearing his little hat and shaking hands with the players. He was out there shaking hands with the guys, getting those reps in. So I'm excited about
let us know about that Spagnola playbook.
Yeah, man. Hey, giving us that little bit. Hey, shit, exactly, bro. Give us that little bit of juice. So I'm excited, bro. Appreciate you guys for tuning in this efficient episode tonight, this evening. Working with us through the transition. Appreciate all you hundreds of viewers right now. It's fire. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You got any thoughts before we wrap up?
Oh, man. Bengals might I don't know. There's still no news on it if the Bengals are going to face Quinshawn Judkins week 1. I think that.
What you run forward? Huh? What you run forward?
Is he injured?
No, I thought you run forward. I don't know.
Ford is still playing.
Wait, don't they have another running back? They drafted 2 running backs.
Quinshawn Judkins.
And who else? They drafted someone else.
Is it that?
They drafted another guy.
I think I know who talking about. I can't think of his name.
Bro, Quinshawn Judkins. Has he even practiced? Fuck that motherfucking convict, bro. Motherfucking guard.
Convict.
Use it. Bro, that's the opinion. How fitting is that? Akon. Actually, wait.
Locked up.
Wait. Where is he from?
Wait, Quinshawn?
No.
Akon?
Yeah. I think he's from Atlanta, but I know who he.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh, St. Louis. That makes sense.
He's from St. Louis.
Oh shit! This is random. This is left field as fuck. Aliwan Damala Bugatan Peru Nakalulu Barada Akon Beyond was born in 1973. That's his full name. It's a pretty good name. So, anyways, Mr. Lulu Akon was not from Cleveland, but he rapped prevalently with Bone Thugs and Harmony, who was from Cleveland. Locked up, won't let me. It's just a fool. You know what I'm saying? It's just fool shit. Stinky city. People told me it don't stink. We don't buy it. It's stinky city. It stinks. It's ugly. It's rusty. It's brown. The lake is brown. The buildings are brown. The rust is everywhere. Instability in the buildings. Homelessness. Audacity from the homelessness. Like confidence in the homelessness. Bro, how are you confident at the same time? That dude was confident. Like, he was trying to flex with me, bro. You ain't even got a home. You ain't even got shelter. I'm sorry.
He might ratio our homelessness people. He was walking with that shit.
He was stunned for real. Yeah. I know. But like, he was a bit too confident. Like, you ain't got no bill, buddy. I see why you're confident. What was I gonna type in? Oh yeah, Browns run back control or depth control. They drafted a dude. Maybe I'm tripping. Dylan Sampson.
That's what. Yeah, that's
the fucking guy. UCLA running back.
That's the guy.
So that's who we're probably gonna see week 1. Come on, bro.
I think it's gonna be Ford. Ford's gonna be leading back.
I don't give a damn. Whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, take care of business, bro. You know, we talked about it. Like,
Joe Flacco, we need like 2 picks.
Not underestimating anything. We don't deserve that. And I like the approach so far. I mean, not that like you'd expect the players to go out there just scoffing, shrugging their shoulders over the Browns. Like, I wouldn't expect that, but we need a unit that has everything to earn, no matter how much they've earned. I know Joe Burrow's going to deliver that. And I know, like, everybody's a bit different. Like, Jamar is going to be unshakably confident no matter what. But, you know, in my personal opinion, just a preference, like, man, I love Jamar to say, like, I'm that fucking dude, but we got everything to earn, bro. Look at what we've done. I personally love that. Like, look at the last time you went into Cleveland week 1. We all want to erase that from our memories. The embarrassment, the lack of preparation of every guy, not just Joe Burrow. Every weapon, every player, like Irv Smith and Drew Sample and Chris fucking Evans were the brightest points on your offense there. Like, that's crazy, bro. So let's not have that again. Let's have these guys completely locked in. It's officially game week. We're 6 days away, bro. We will be back with you guys for a pregame episode. Can't wait for that shit. Thursday, probably Friday night. We'll see, actually. Got a pretty packed schedule. Obviously, Thursday night, we're all going to try to enjoy ourselves, man. Enjoy the first game of the season of the Micah Parsons-less Cowboys. We haven't even talked about that yet. How much worse it could be. The same city. Dude, just how does the same city literally make all-time, truly infamous trades in the history of the fucking sports in 1 year, bro? That would be like us trading Jamar Chase and Ellie De La Cruz in the same year. Burn the city. Burn it down. We're moving to Kentucky.
Yep.
Browns fans talk. We're going to Covington.
Yep.
We're coming over here.
Yep.
We're the Florence Y'alls, and we're detonating the city. Oh, yeah. Like, it could be worse, bro. You know? So, that was nice. But, yeah, it could absolutely be worse. I'm just excited. We're here. Like, what's been? Hey.
Yeah, games on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Who we got on Friday?
Yes.
Guess who? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
my gosh, bro. I can't wait to lay the most egregious bets, guys. We're about to fucking... The bets, bro. I'm about to go stupid. I'm about to lose some fucking money. I don't give a damn.
Honestly, bro, I've thought about money line on the Bengals.
Ooh.
Really confident, bro.
For what? Week 1?
A money line on the Bengals. Just Cincinnati, straight up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you put 100, 200, 300.
Oh,
mortgage,
yeah. Like,
mortgage.
Bro, oh, yeah. I will put my mortgage. I'll put child support money. I don't got no kid. Yeah. I would hypothetically put child support money on the Bengals money line. Look, though. Hey. Hella unders, bro. Unders on unders. Just week 1. Browns always play you weird. Shit gets weird. I could see a disgusting 20-16. We'll go more X's notes later, but like that's what week 1 is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Weird shit happens. Like, you gotta ramp up.
Nah, fuck that.
Okay, that's what we want, bro.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki.
Bro, last time up there,
fuck them.
Turn.
We didn't have Mike Gesicki and Noah Fant then. Okay, when we went, we didn't have.
But we don't have Chris Evans, who was our best player that game, bro. Remember that return was nasty.
Okay, and it was Dax Hill's best game too. But guess what? He's about to have another best game. Another one.
Okay.
Right here.
Listen, you know what? You realize our trio that game, Joe, Jamar, T, combined for like 92 total yards of offense.
I had an all-time infamous tweet. You remember that?
Yes.
So it was
Mahomes.
He had a really terrible first half. He had like 50 yards or something like this. I said Joe Burrow wouldn't even do this in an entire game. This is horrible. Next thing you know, I'm coming out of the game. We get quote retweeted by all these Chiefs fans. Because I forgot I tweeted it out. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, Joe Burrow did not even throw for 100 passing yards.
So we both got cooked that day, bro. I got cooked by a homeless person. Yeah. You got cooked by certainly homeless people. Yeah. That's what they got. Fucking trolls. Yeah, it was a rough day, bro. That's why I'm not getting caught lacking against the Browns, bro. I don't give a damn. I'm awake, bro.
Are you honored though? Like, are you honored to say that you attended that game?
No.
Joe Burrow, Jamar.
No, I'm not.
The worst game ever,
bro. I don't do well with opposing fans, bro.
Dude,
we were in a rough situation.
We were in the dog pound. We're sitting there. Got dudes behind us talking. Hey, remember this meeting? You don't even know who 98 is. I'm like, motherfucker, I work for him.
Yeah, no, I think he even said like, bro, these guys don't even know who their own players are.
Yeah.
And we were like, bro, we were invited to this game. Like, we didn't even want to go X and O's, but then dudes were condescending, bro. Which I'm not gonna like. I don't get condescending towards fans, but like we had some bitch ass fans, bro. Fuck the Browns. Fuck their fans. Stinky. Just fuck them, bro. Fucking turds. You can't polish a motherfucking turd.
Nope.
All right. So, let's go, bro. The fucking season is finally here. Game week, game time. Joe versus Joe. Yeah, that's weird, man. And Joe and Jerry, Judy, and Joe Flacco. What a weird fucking Joe and Jerry.
Joe and Jerry.
Sounds like the fucking.
Sounds like a night show.
It does, bro.
Bengals after dark, but Browns after dark. Joe and Jerry after dark.
If we get like 4 views, bro, it could never be us. All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode of the Bengals After Dark video cast. Appreciate y'all for sticking with us today with the backwards ass screen. We made it happen because we will always find a way to make it happen to give you guys content, what y'all need. Peace out.
Big pieces. I guess.
Oh, yeah, we got to use this laptop, Bubby.
See y'all later.